Welcome back to 883 Listens Live. I'm Michael Vanover filling in for John this week, and we have a couple of familiar faces back to the program and one new one. We're joined now by Dave and Judie Parks, broker and owner of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Parks and Weisberg. How are you guys doing today? Thanks for coming in.
Doing great. Good to see you, Michael.
It's good to see you again. And also joining, Stacey Parks, president of Multiple Option Mortgage Services. Stacey, welcome into the program.
Thank you.
We're kind of spaced out in here, but it looks pretty good in the boxes, doesn't it? It's kind of crazy how that works. But Stacey, if you would, by starting off, talk a little bit about your company and just everything that you guys offer.
We are a mortgage company. We offer residential mortgages. We've been licensed and we've been here in the state of Kentucky since 1988. We serve Kentuckiana, the whole entire Kentuckiana area, Indiana, and Florida. And we do residential mortgages, so anything from somebody getting their first home with as little as 3.5% down, or somebody that wants to go to a empty nester or in between. We're here for you.
Now, Stacey, you have a motto that you guys really live by at your company. Tell me a little bit about that.
We use the motto, doing it your way, and that's because mortgages are not built equally. You can do mortgages for somebody with 5% down, 10% down, 15%, 20% down. You can do mortgages for somebody that maybe they want to get to the next house, but they had to sell their house they're in right now. We give them unique opportunities to still get 30-year fixed-rate loans while they're still trying to sell their house. So we have lots of different options for people to get them where they want to go.
Now, Stacey, I have to ask you, with these crazy low interest rates, what does that mean to buyers and sellers for that matter right now?
Well, crazy low interest rates obviously help you with the fact that you can buy more house for the same amount of money as you could have bought with a higher rate. But the other thing that lower rates do is you achieve more principal reduction in your loan faster with lower rates. So it's a double whammy. I just cannot even explain to you how much you can build equity and wealth by purchasing a home with these crazy low interest rates. It's just fantastic for people. It's a great opportunity.
It really is, especially at a time like this. So, Dave and Judie, charitable giving is so important to your family. Can you talk about why that is?
I'll let Dave start.
Well, to be honest with you, I think that we've been very blessed. And, you know, we just feel like it's just part of our responsibility to give back all of the blessings that we've had. And truthfully, you know, Judie probably was the impetus for the volume of our effort in that way, because she kind of led the way on that. Quite honestly, when I was in the Marine Corps, charitable giving wasn't on my mind, and Judie was leading the forefront on that. But it's just a really important part of what we do as a family.
Now, Judie, if you don't mind, could you highlight some of these organizations that are so near and dear to your heart?
Absolutely. And one of the things, we each have our own special charity that we do want to talk about. The one thing I do want to say is, as a company, we probably give to over 20 charities throughout the year because we allow our staff and our agents to participate and to pick the charities. But there are some that are very dear to our hearts, and that is what we plan on talking to today. So I'll talk about mine, and then I'm going to pass it on. So mine is Volunteers of America Mid-States, and I've been involved with them since 2011. And I could sit here for hours and just tell you what a wonderful organization they are and why they mean so much. But the highlights for me, especially right now, are this. They are the only family shelter where they let the family stay together, and I cannot tell you how important this is. So many times when you are faced with this emergency and then they separate the men from the women, and it's your family torn apart, it's a really tragic thing that happens. So the fact that they have a way to keep the family together, I just think it just speaks volumes, and they need your help. The other great thing about Volunteers of America is that they have been one of the leading people in helping with our opioid and drug addiction crisis here, especially when it comes to delivering free, clean, healthy babies. We are over 200 at the Freedom House, and that's just something else that really speaks to me. It's just a great way to give back. They have over 42 services that they have. And veterans is a really big part of it, too. So it just speaks to every part of what we are and helping the families. So I'm going to pass it on to Dave and let him talk about his favorite charity.
Well, as I said before, I was a Marine. And, you know, we're very proud of the fact that in our company, almost 10% of our folks in our company are veterans. And so there's an organization called the Simplifying America's Fund, more commonly known as the Fund. And this is an organization that spends its time and efforts to support families of combat wounded and ill veterans so that when they're in hospitals rehabilitating, their families can be with them. There's a gap in our government funding that doesn't provide for this resource. So, you know, and there's lots of other good things that this does. One of the things that's really unique right now is that this particular month through the 31st of December, the Bob and Renee Parsons Foundation are matching dollar for dollar up to $10 million. So today, if you only gave $1, it's doubled. Another unique thing about the fund is that 93% of all the dollars contributed go to direct support. And recently in our area, we've had 2 events that were supported by the fund that are worth talking about. There was a Marine sergeant out of Shepherdsville who was battling a traumatic brain injury, and the fund helped give him support such that he now is enrolled in the engineering program at the University of Kentucky. And there was a corporal from Nicholasville, double amputee, that was an outdoorsman. And he was really, really restricted by the fact that he was not able to get outdoors. And the fund helped provide a special chair that was able to go out into the outdoors and help him do the things he was used to. And you just can't imagine these service members who've done all this sacrifice. So I just hope that everybody will take a minute today and contribute to thefund.org.
Both of those organizations sound amazing, doing great things. And Stacey, you have one you want to talk about as well.
Yes, we also help and support the St. John Center here in Louisville, Kentucky. And they are their mission is to help solve homelessness for men in Louisville, Kentucky. And they also have helped adolescents. That's one of their largest growing areas of homelessness is adolescents in our community. They're located right here in downtown Louisville, and they need our support. And we've helped them. Our family's been involved with them for many, many years. Please look them up. They're a great organization.
Well, Dave, Judie, Stacey, thank you so much for coming on the program, and thank you for coming on to talk about something like this, giving back to this community in this holiday season. We really appreciate your all's generosity.
Well, thank you for having us, Michael. It was awesome.
Absolutely.
Happy holidays to everybody.
Happy holidays is right.